in the dark. I'm here with Simone. I am here with some alcohol, and we're gonna talk some shit.
Talk shit.
Okay, so Salty Stories to Tell in the Dark. The concept behind this is that we wanted to go over some old LJ Livejournal. Do people not know about Livejournal? Do you young Lolitas not know about Livejournal? Tell me in the chat.
There's got to be a couple, but
yeah.
Anyway.
I know you all, like, old people know. We all know. We're gonna talk about Livejournal. We're gonna talk about so we're gonna touch on some topics that are maybe uncomfortable. So we are gonna, like, disclose, like, we're gonna do some trigger warnings, and then we're gonna get to, like, some fun stuff where no one's hurt and everyone has fun. Okay? Cool. So disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
We should do instruction.
Yeah, I guess you should introduce yourself first. Yeah. So this is Jessica.
I'm Jessica. I'm OTT Sweet. I have been wearing Lolita for maybe 8 years now. I dress in Gothic Lolita. I dress in Ero Lolita. And I'm a salty bitch, and that's why we're here.
And yeah, I'm Simone. I've been wearing Lolita since 2006. I am old and bitter, and that's all there is to know about me. And so for a short disclaimer, today our goal was not to focus on drama about specific people or anything that is like bullying or mean, but we do want to preface this with the disclaimer that old Livejournal communities were really brutal and not as lighthearted as we have kind of made them out to be.
Yeah.
There was a lot of racism, a lot of sexism, so much transphobia, just a lot of gross
body shaming, all of it. Yeah. Everything that's bad, it's there.
So don't go like looking this up for fun, because a lot of it like wasn't fun. We're just trying to give you greatest hits.
Yeah. Like just to kind of, there's a lot of things that we got out of it that we remember now with a certain amount of fondness, because looking back on certain things that happened, some things that happened were funny, and some things that people said were funny. That being said, like, we'd like to leave this in the past. We don't condone any kind of bullying. We're just here to, like, laugh at funny images that are actually amusing. And kind of, like, we're not trying to look at this time period in our lives like with, like, through, like, any kind of rose tinted lens. Like, we used to be involved in drama. I on a personal level, like, I used to be, like, involved in, like, these kinds of communities in the past. I don't, like, it's something that I wouldn't say necessarily a regret, but I, like, think that I have grown up from that, because
you wouldn't do the same thing if you were there.
I'm not about it. I'm not here for it. So
yeah. But also, unfortunately, we did not get Workout Lolita in, just because there's a lot of, like, weird porn drama about her that's gross, and I don't want anybody to find that because it's gross and bad. But I do love Gym Lolita.
Okay. So is that it? Are we going on to fun stuff?
Yeah.
So we're basically pulling. We're gonna pull some images off of Behind the Bows, and kind of talk about
weird old trends and secrets, because there were a lot of them, and in retrospect, like, we were all 18 and fucking weird as hell. Yeah. And one of the most popular ones was the "Am I the only Lolita who?" And at least once a week it was, "Am I the only Lolita with a tattoo? Am I the only Lolita who drinks alcohol? Am I the only Lolita who's not a stuck-up princess?"
Yeah, the Halo one says, "Am I the only Lolita? Are there any other gamer Lolitas? Do you play Xbox or PS? What do you play?" So curious. It's like, you think that you're the only Lolita who plays video games?
Yes, people really thought that. People also were coming to that.
What's a gamer?
Stop talking about the Tree-litas. We'll get there.
Tree-litas.
So this was such a trend that people started to make fun of it, because it was week after week of, "Am I the only Lolita who?" And so then it turned into, "Am I the only Lolita on this plane of reality?" Am I the only Lolita who's a tree?
Okay, and specifically about am I the only Lolita who's a tree? This image was posted on CGL, which spawned an entire thread of people pretending to be trees. And it was hilarious because it was funny comments like, oh, that birch, like she looks, terrible with her leaves done like that. Like, how do I decorate my branches to look more OTT? And it was a really good, it was a good, funny thing that happened. Like, what the one good funny thing that happened.
Yeah, this joke has still really held up. And honestly, some things get less funny with time. Tree Lolita has aged a fine line.
Yeah. And Haley, of the Black Ribbon, we had been talking about doing a Tree Lolita cord for literally years. And at one event last year, what's the year? I don't remember if it was last year, but what we finally got to do. Time is a flat circle. We finally got to do a Tree Lolita cord together where we both dressed up as trees and finally fulfilled the stupid joke that we both thought was hilarious from years ago. And it was just good. It was just fun.
It's good. It's been good.
Yeah.
So please look forward to the next Tree Lolita meet once we're free.
Yeah. Can we all dress up as trees? Does everyone want to dress up as trees?
If you want to dress up as a tree.
I'm not gonna look for pics right now, but if I don't know, Haley can post some, whatever.
We'll share some Tree Lolita pics to the event page later so everybody can really appreciate the full glory, because Haley did an excellent A+ job.
Yeah, her look was okay. In retrospect, these are just ones I found that are funny to me now in this year of our Lord 2020.
So
is there any chance you go.
I can't read it without laughing.
Is there any chance of EGL having a webcam meet? Webcam in quotes, may I add? I love to connect with other Lolitas and not just behind a keyboard. Guys, do you think there's a chance of that? Tell me in the comments.
Do you think she's happy now? I hope whoever posted this
is she here? Tell us if you're here.
And then there's also the second 2020 obsession. Why are so many Lolitas obsessed with Animal Crossing lately? Not complaining, just curious. And we know why in 2020.
Yeah, note that this secret is from when Animal Crossing, I think New Horizons, is that the one that came out at that time?
New Leaf was the one that came out in 2013. New Horizons is the one that we've all been playing in quarantine.
I don't know anything. I don't play Animal Crossing.
Are there any Lolitas who are gamers?
I don't know. I don't think there's any Lolitas. I think there's only one.
Is it me?
Yeah. Oh, here's one about dress releases that people wish would happen.
Yeah, Dragon Chan was the subject of so much longing, and then everybody hated the re-release, so nobody cares about it now.
I mean, I own it, and I still love it. Shout out to Dragon Chan. Honey Cake. I don't know if that's ever gonna be released. What do you think?
Yeah, I think everybody is still mad about the Honey Cake re-release. So
sorry guys. Sorry, sweet Lolitas.
Okay, so next week I'll make a bread Lita secret for everybody. Sorry.
Oh my god, I really wanted to include the whole bread Lita chain, because that was a whole thing. Maybe next time.
Bread Lita was on the chopping block because it would have taken too long to explain the joke.
It's a whole story. We'll make a whole panel. We'll make a bread Lita lore.
Yeah. The godforsaken font. Yeah. So Sarah, you've touched on something that we had a bunch of slides about that we didn't have space for, but really there's a lot of graphic design is my passion energy in the secrets, just whack ass faux cursive, fonts in white over pale blue coordinates.
I love bread. Okay, I miss old school. These are also all disclaimer. Secrets are these secrets that we pulled are only from between the years of 2013 to 2015. The secrets that were before 2012, this is a whole drama thing. There was a mod that was a mod for the old Loli secrets. That's what the community was called. Board, and that those secrets all got deleted because someone got pissed off and deleted the whole community, I believe. And so we can't find any more secrets that are pre-2012 unless anyone has them saved. Send them to us and we'll make a panel about it.
We would love to. Also, I'm sorry, I didn't realize we skipped past the LJ explanation. So LiveJournal was this like blogging platform that was inexplicably like, it was so janky but so popular in like the early to mid 2000s. And it was like the primary site of most Lolita communities up until like 2012 or so, when people really started using Facebook. And there were a lot of Lolita communities. There was like EGL, the main one, but there was also Lolita Fucks, which was making fun of people you didn't like. Secrets, which
we don't
was
do
like,
that anymore.
No, never. No.
I've never.
And then
that doesn't happen
Secrets,
ever.
which was like you would make janky images on MS Paint about your like whack ass Lolita opinions and then share them anonymously. It was fun. LiveJournal was popular because it was the first, but I used it all the time. I was like so fucking into LiveJournal, and now like it's depressing. Anyways, that's LiveJournal. And it did have good like privacy controls. It was like a good place to like meet people and have it be low stakes because people didn't have access to like any of your personal information. So
it was. I mean, it was a good community like for what we needed at the time.
Yeah, it was good for 2007.
Okay, going on to I Miss Old School, which I feel like you should cover.
So there was like, after Old School like stopped being worn regularly, like in 2000, like I feel like 2008 or 2009, like Old School like really abruptly like fell out of style. OTT Sweet really abruptly like became popular. So there was a big wave of secrets of people being like, oh, I miss Old School. I miss the way that Lolita used to be, because that's the one true Lolita, and this new Lolita is inferior and awful. So there were a lot of like very salty posts about that because people like really didn't like Old School for a hot second.
Please note that this was the advent of OTT, like 2000, like 12, 2013,
like split wig.
Yeah, like giant bows on your head, like bows on bows on bows, which that's making a comeback.
Yeah, and I think the thing too is that this change like happened very suddenly. Like in 2000, up until like 2007 or 2008, like it was still debatable as to like whether you could wear a colored wig or like.
Yeah. Oh, there was a whole thing about like, oh my God, AP posted this ad where the models are wearing colored wigs.
Yeah, the Twinkle Mermaid ad.
That was costumey. We don't do that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we're doing it.
Yeah. So it has so everybody, like, it changed super suddenly. Everybody was like very salty about it. People really missed Old School. Everybody was like, oh, like black and white's not Ida. It's the only Lolita you can wear it. And they're right. But yeah, I think the era of the split twin tail wig was a time in all our lives.
It could be a time in our lives again.
Those wigs get expensive. I kind of hope not.
Shout out to who was it that made those wigs? Minty Mix?
Minty Mix, yeah. She's still out there. Still making split wigs if you want one. Our A-line dresses Lolita.
My cork broke.
Oh.
Okay, here's more I Miss Old School.
More Miss Old School with some Arachnophobia, a brand that has been defunct since 2002. And then some of the Old School is superior, wigs are inferior type opinions.
Which this picture, I wouldn't even consider it Old School on the right. Like, it doesn't give off. Oh, you know what? The cork went in. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, just throw it out. Yeah, you know what? I think it's like the combination of like the kumi, which I know is new, and those boots, and like the blouse that read as like being a little less old school to me. It's
like the styling doesn't look old school.
No, the styling is not old school. The makeup is not old school.
Yeah, no, it's a black and white dress, but doesn't make it old school.
Yeah, I do. You know, I have to say, when it comes to like old school brands that I miss, I feel like it's Kazuko Ogawa at the top because they made some whack ass shit, and then Arachnophobia because they also made whack ass shit, and then Chocolate Chip Cookie because they also made some extremely weird shit, and I love it. So, yeah. But this also produced a backlash of people who were very glad to leave Old School in the dust.
Old School is Ida. Shout out to Elizabeth O.P. or is it JSK now? They're releasing it again.
They just re-released the JSK.
Mm-hmm.
How could you not know?
Because I already own it and I don't care.
Hardy does count because they closed in 2008. So by extension, everything we made must have been old school. And also, I fucking love Hardy because they're also so weird. Like, just so weird, man. Man. Yeah.
I only have a cup because I don't own any wine glasses because I live like a fucking bachelor. Just let you know. Okay.
Oh my god, yes, Hardy's like Rune Panda collabs. Visible. I feel like Visible really had the. I'm surprised that all these images are like normal and there's no visible lace monsters in here, frankly. But,
yeah, there's nothing. I mean, there's that one really that marble image that everyone hates.
the long skirt or the short skirt? I hate that I know that there's two.
It's like black and white and like it's just lace, like black and white and like white lace. It's like
those are the days, man. Those are the days.
Okay. Another more. I hate
Marble is still around. They are still making the same lace monsters. That is important to mention.
Good for them.
Yeah. So people like really just ironically, like these are some other ones that haven't aged well because the time is a flat circle and it's 2002 again, and everybody
this
wants.
This picture of Maki is so cute, though. Are you kidding me? Are
you
kidding me?
The little ribbon.
I love that. It's so good.
So good.
Knees. We have a whole last presentation
about knees.
Are we gonna talk about like the source of the knee drama?
You got to talk about the source of the knee drama.
Okay, so there was a video where Misako was talking about there was a contest. People entered this contest. There was someone won first place, someone won second place. The presenter announced. The presenter asked Misako, like, "Oh, why did this person win instead of second place? Like, what was the thing that sent them over the edge?" And in response, Misako was like, "Oh, well, you see, in the second place person's picture, they're showing their knees." And I 100% don't believe that the knees were the reason. I think she was just like, well, it's like
gotta come up with something.
Yeah, you gotta say something. You gotta give a reason. But people took that and they ran with it, and people were like, we cannot show our knees.
This had already like been a thing for a while. Like there is and has always been a very strong contingent of like Lolita is knee length and no shorter. And if it's any shorter, you're a dirty hoe and not a beautiful pure princess. And the Misako like drama really brought it up to the head. So like everything Lolita, it is Misako's fault.
Yeah.
So this is really
isn't that the fucking truth?
And this is like 3 years of secrets. Like
more knees. More knees. There's so many knee secrets.
I really like the poem.
I love that. That is not just a poem. It is set to the tune of
Let It Go.
Let It Go. Yeah, that's a whole ass song.
Let them show.
Yeah, if you want to sing along, please. This one, cover up your knees if you're going to be walking around everywhere.
Yeah, and for the record, my knees are showing. I think if you cover your knees, like that's just wrong. I'm sorry. Gotta let him be free. Gotta let him hang out.
I feel like I don't show my knees that much, but because I wear lots of T-length, and that's just I mean, but
I'm biased. I have short legs,
I also have short legs. I have a stupid long torso.
Yeah.
More knees, guys.
People were so
There's
mad.
A lot of knees.
And it was even like if even a strip of leg was showing. It's not enough.
Kelp's calling you out in the fucking chat. Oh. Pierce made an owner of multiple ass-length dresses, which when I saw you for the first time, you were wearing like a short-ass dress with like shorts underneath, like bending over for like it was like white. It was white. It was at Fanime 2012 or something.
Mm-hmm. I still have that dress.
I do show my shoulder. I am a harlot. Moving on. Your opinion is wrong. Here's our things that I just disagree with.
We don't like it. It's wrong.
We don't care. We don't care about your opinion, and you're wrong.
So the first one, their opinion is just wrong because with that font, like you can't read it, so they've got to be wrong. And yes, Kelp, it was Fanime 2012.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. No, the first one, their opinion's wrong. I don't care what it is. That font by default, not right.
I am also someone who mixes styles just all the time. I don't care about like why do you have to like sure you can categorize things, but like whatever. Second one, disclaimer, we live in the Bay Area. You are allowed to show up however the fuck you want. You don't have to wear a great cord to go
I've
to
gone
AP.
to BSF in like mismatched pajamas on multiple occasions. It's fine. The shop staff would never call me out.
Yeah. Should she have taken a selfie? Maybe not. That's besides the point. You can show up in janky ass leggings. Like, no one cares.
Yeah, like don't take a selfie in a store clearly labeled no photos, maybe.
Yeah. But you can roll up in sweats. Do it. Like, it's fine. Show up. They don't care. We know the shop girls. Yeah. Whatever.
Manny, we'll fight you. You're small. Who cares?
We can take you. There's two of us.
Yeah. And I feel like, some people definitely do feel like it's a special occasion. That's your business, but I am.
Yeah. I mean, if you're making like some kind of pilgrimage, sure, fine.
But yeah. So the Otome K one was specifically selected to drive me nuts.
It's so weird.
Like, if a court is not OTT, it's Otome. That is not what Otome is. I hate this. Otome is not Lolita, because originally Lolita was Jane Marple and Milk, because they were the only brands that Lolitas had to buy from. Miss Sako is not really wearing Otome K. She's really wearing casual Lolita. And then I also love my favorite second to last. Many Japanese Lolitas wear Otome. They just don't know it.
Fuck. What the fuck?
Okay. Anyways, now I'm done being mad.
This one on the right hand, like the right hand upper, like kind of one, I was personally offended by this because I feel as if like making it seem like all Lolita fashion is just Victorian clothing is wrong. Lolita fashion has so many more influences than just one source.
Yeah, like saying Lolita fashion is based off of Lolita clothing is like saying, I don't even know. Like, I don't know.
There's a lot of influence, and we in the last event Ursa Major, we did a Lolita history panel. We covered some kind of ground on that, but basically there's a lot of stuff that came from like the 1970s. There's a lot of things that come from like the 1800s. There's a lot of things that come from like 90s goth. It's a whole amalgamation of things. And to say that there's one source of where all Lolita inspiration comes from is wrong. This one on the bottom is just weird. I'm like, this is clearly someone who's trying to help, but the help
thing they're trying to help is not
specific and strange and not helpful.
Yeah, I really hate the like, oh, you should only wear, if you're pear shaped, you can only wear this dress. Like, who gives a shit? I'm wearing a petticoat.
No one cares.
I'm fucking pear shaped. So
yeah, don't care about vision. Sorry.
Yeah.
Trends. We're gonna get into this.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say there's a discussion about casual Lolita. I was just gonna say I also wear casual Lolita, but I got tired of posting in Closet of Frills because it's like a 50-50 as to whether the mods are gonna delete your post. So who wants to try it? Anyways, okay, I'm done. I'm off.
Okay, we're gonna talk about some trends. There's one great thing that we thought was really fun about looking at these old secrets is that based on kind of like the date that things are posted and like specifically the trends that people are mad about, you can tell what is popular about like in Lolita at this time. And that's really cool because we get like a really good,
it's like a time capsule.
Yeah. Because if people hate it, it's popular.
Yeah. And so these were all from like the 2012 is when G.I. like first starts really introducing the painting prints that like represent the move on from OTT Sweet. And so these are all from like, 2013, 14, when the backlash is really hitting and everybody's like, fuck that.
People hated classic. Yeah, people hated classic because there was a painting trend and this was a time period we were moving out into OTT, and the OTT Sweets were not about it. They were mad.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was just like, it was so oversaturated, like especially with those first couple rounds of painting dresses, like J.J. like re-released them a couple times and then they were just cranking out like a new one every month that everybody
and people were like, oh, they're like pixelated, oh, like the quality's not good, like
yeah, so it was like the immediate backlash. But which honestly, I'm kind of bored of painting prints. It's fine, I can understand, but
I don't own any painting prints, but that's because I don't work color. But I liked them. They're like, it was nice. I like classic. I was like originally a classic Lolita. I guess I kind of still am. I wear lots of JJ. OTT Sweet. Why? Why are you laughing?
Poor OTT Sweet. Yeah, we unfortunately didn't get the Madonna crowns made from skewers. Secrets didn't go that far up.
Which,
but
speaking of, like, I am personally really good friends with the person who popularized those, and she did not get any credit for being the star of a whole ass trend.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, OTT Sweet, you can see this is probably more towards the beginning of the trend where everybody is just like, no, give me that old school. Give me the elegance of Lolita, of our Japanese baby clothes back.
Mm-hmm. Which, kind of wanted to do another disclaimer. We are including some secrets that have like one person in it. We're not calling out any one person. They just happen to be like, you know, we tried to choose things that aren't specific to one person, just about like trends and stuff. So if you happen to be in this and you see yourself, we don't hate you, we love you. That's all. But yeah, OTT Sweet, which I'm here for. Creepy. Can we talk about Bittersweet?
Okay, so I feel like I was talking to Jessica about this, and I was saying I think there is a big Bittersweet to me is like the biggest Lolita generational divide, because everybody who was around for the original Bittersweet post aggressively hates Bittersweet, and everybody else is like, why the fuck are you so mad? Bittersweet started because of this like dumb EGL post in 2008 where this girl it's like this 20 paragraph long magnum opus of how she's not like the other sweet Lolitas because she only wears black prints and she doesn't wear food motifs. She only wears flowers and berries. So she's not really a sweet Lolita because she's not all sunshine and light. She is not like the other girls. And so it was, everybody is like, you're fucking wearing sweet. Like it's black sweet. What are you talking about? But everybody else who wasn't around for that's like, oh, Bittersweet. Like, you like her. Okay, why not?
Yeah.
And so I think it's still a point of contention for those of us who are old and don't forget old drama because we have no fucking lives.
And like the Bittersweet as like a general phrase, without that context, it's cute. But if given the context, it's like, shut up. No.
Yeah. And I like, honestly, divorced of its context, I'm totally like, you know, it's like, okay, like I think that idea of like, I think people now kind of interpret Bittersweet as being like, it's like not only are you wearing like black sweet, but there's like kind of a creepy element to it of like, you know, like I think in these cords where there's like the little bones or like the striped socks, like it seems to be more of a term used to refer to like creepy cute coordinates. And I think that would be like really cute conceptually, but I cannot get this like extreme, like not like the other girls. I'm not a sweet Lolita.
Which like kind of separate to Bittersweet. The creepy cute trend was huge, like on Tumblr at like in 2013 or whatever, where people were doing like
15,
where they were doing like the bones, like the pastels, like the mint and the lavender. It was like the eyeball kind of buns.
Oh yeah, those little bow clips with the eyeballs on them.
Spiked headbands.
Man. And then all with like, why are you platforms?
Yeah. Which, I don't know. I think it's cute. I think that looks cute.
No, I think that's the thing too. Like for me, like the stuff that people describe as being bittersweet is like really cute to me. But like I just have war flashbacks to that. Like,
yeah.
So, but like also, you know, I think most of the older folks are like, if they're annoyed that you call your coordinate bittersweet, like I would never say anything to somebody about it. Like I just
Which, you know, to quote a certain video, like stop trying to make bittersweet happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. So, and also in the interest of full disclosure, I do still have a pair of Why Are You platform boots. I do wear them with Lolita. They are cute as shit. So, you know, like I'm not opposed to it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. My friend still has a big eyeball purse. Its name is Iris. Props to your friend. They win. They win everything.
Where did your friend, can you like have your friend like come to the chat and like share with me where they got this eyeball purse? Like I need this. It's literally begging you.
Yeah. Just a heads up, we have this panel scheduled for 1 hour and 30. We're gonna just wing it because we're the last panel of the evening. So if we go over, don't worry about it. It's fine.
If you guys have any other shit that you want us to talk after we go through all the slides, let us know. We live to serve.
Yeah. Okay, Ero Lolita, my fucking favorite.
I should have worn Ero. That was what I was gonna do.
God damn, it's hot today. It's really warm here. I'm not here for it.
It would have been. It's like 95 right here. It would have been perfect to just sit here like in a butt-length skirt with my titties out. Like, why did I not do that? I'm a fool. I'm the punk. But yeah, Ero Lolita is a thing that people have extremely real strong opinions about. It makes me really
titties
sad.
Out K. Thanks, Monty. Love you.
Yeah, titties out K is the only K that we support in this house. So
okay, and also just so I feel as if there is a way to do Ero Lolita wrong, because you still have to make it Lolita and you have to make it a nice outfit.
Yeah, I think the thing about Ero is it's like it has to be Ero, it has to be aesthetically pleasing, and it has to be visually Lolita. And I feel like especially if you jump right in new to the fashion, you usually get 2 of the 3.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I include myself in this statement too. I usually know the Ero and the Lolita, and not the aesthetically pleasing. But I think there's always a lot of backlash. Like the secrets, like every a couple times a year, like when somebody posted like a Ero outfit that got really popular on the Closet of Frills precursor Daily Lolita, like people would just lose their shit and make like 30 secrets about like, oh my God, you showed half a butt cheek. That is not Lolita. You are a slut and you need to stop.
And then also like I feel like I have a level of like I can consider this acceptable to go out in public or to post as a cord. Like we cannot be doing things that like, are making people in the community uncomfortable. Yeah. And that kind of thing. And it's a big but. I wear Ero Lolita so much and I'm here for it. And I feel personally attacked by these secrets. That's all. Yeah.
I was going to say, is this your old school secret?
This is, yeah. You're attacked by the old school ones. I'm attacked by the Ero Lolita ones. Yeah. Maybe we'll do an Ero Lolita panel for the next event. I don't know.
I gotta do it. Gotta do it. Titties out. An Ero Lolita.
Tits out.
No, tiddies.
Tiddy. Galaxy. This was a huge trend.
In 2014 for like 6 months. Like it was very short-lived, but so popular.
People still wear Galaxy though.
But let me rephrase it. There was like a very specific 6 months where like Galaxy was like the only thing. Every brand was putting out a fucking Galaxy print. It was the only thing people were wearing in events. Like it was the theme.
Yeah.
And people really didn't like it.
Yeah. Hot take. It started with the indie brands. Indie brands did this first. And then brands took that and ran with it. So really, we should be, Yeah,
I feel like that's right. Because like AP and Baby were like very late. Like
they were late to the game. How Honolulu did it first.
Yeah, I was going to say like, it was like, well, arguably, I feel like Misty Sky kind of kicked off like the general cloud print.
Misty
and then
Sky.
Yeah. And then Hanuli came in with like little prints. And then it was like everything.
Space vomit. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like a huge thing. I feel like it was actually really like, what was that one fucking, the leggings brand? Black Milk. There we go.
Black Milk. They're still a thing.
Well, but I feel like they really started the Galaxy trend. And
that was also just, you guys in the comments are right. That was a huge thing in just regular fashion where everyone was wearing them.
And I think it's like a great example of when like a kind of normie trend like really bleeds over into Lolita fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And Baby picked up on this real late, and theirs were like ugly too, honestly. Like
no, Black Milk is not just jewelry. That's another brand.
Oh no, you're thinking of Blood Milk. No, Black Milk is the leggings brand that did the leggings and the jumpsuits and stuff. Yeah.
Religious. We love it. We love to see it.
But
Met Gala, Heavenly Bodies.
But this was before that. Like I feel like this was like around like right after the zip tie headdress trend. Then it was like the flower crown and the kokoshniks, and then people were like really not about it.
Yeah. Well, first of all of us posed like this or this.
I feel like that was also like we really did, that was like a couple of year phrase where we didn't do good poses because that was also like there were a lot of this, but there were also a lot of like fake gang sign or like dabbing.
Oh yeah,
poses.
I will take weird religious posing over fake gang signs any day.
I do love to take Christianity and make it sexy. I am with you on that, Nani. And frankly, I'm really disappointed nobody's done like an Ero Catholic coordinate yet.
Have they not? Yeah, I also have mixed feelings on wearing like crosses and shit because I am a Gothic Lolita, but also like atheist. I'm like, should I be wearing crosses?
Yeah, see,
not
not
sure about that
because I was like raised Catholic, and like, who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares except for.
I also did a whole ass like cigarette.
Yeah, you did a cigarette Jesus coordinate. Go home, Jessica.
So whoops.
But yeah, I understand why. Like, I think as somebody who's Catholic, like for me, it's like like reclaiming symbols of my oppressive youth. But I can understand for why other people do not feel the same way as I do.
Yeah. Oh, here's some more religious. I don't know. Aesthetically, I like them.
Aesthetically, I liked it, but it was like really. I think that was another example of a trend that like really hit hard, and everybody like felt compelled to do it. Even it didn't really look that good. It was just like, yeah, gotta be Jesus.
Yeah. Answer to the question about what about other religions? I don't have an answer to that. Do you?
For me personally, like I don't. I mean, I feel the way I feel about Catholicism because, like, I, was not only raised Catholic. I went to Catholic school from the time I was in preschool up until I graduated high school. So I think it is like. It's different when it's like you're in a religion that is not only accepted, but in a lot of ways is the majority. Like I would not feel comfortable taking on like the symbols or symbolic garb of a religion that like of Islam, for example. Like Muslims wear vest every day. I don't. It is not for me to like wear their identity like a costume. That is not my place. That is not something I would ever feel comfortable doing.
Yeah, weird thing about like the Catholicism and like Christianity thing is I think people feel comfortable with it because it's the main, at least in the West, it's the main religion in the West. And so it's not as if anyone's doing it to like it's already how I feel like I can't words.
We're not like taking on the identity of like a marginalized group, like Catholicism is about spreading itself and promoting itself. So it's as a Christian, I think it's really like fucked up if somebody turns around and says like, oh, you can't use this symbol that I've been encouraging you to use for thousands of years. Like, come on, bud.
Yeah. In terms of the Star of David thing, there have been times where brands have accidentally used the Star of David without, I don't think they know. I don't think they know what it is. Didn't Meta do that? Meta like put up a bunch of like Star of David stuff, and I don't think they know what it is.
So Royal Princess Alice actually accidentally did like a Star of David. Like they were trying to do a pentagram.
When you fuck up and you do a Star of David instead of a pentagram because you're trying so hard to be edgy.
Yeah. And yeah, I think Chaxley, I think you put it perfectly. Like the church's PR machine really has been putting in overtime. And you don't get to bitch about how your symbols are used when you force them on everybody, but the calculus is not the same for other religions at all.
Shout out to this secret in particular in the middle with the Comic Sans. We love it.
Graphic design was their passion.
Sack dresses.
Okay, this was also around the time. I'm sorry that I did. So this was this is still, I think, a hot take that I hate. But this was like also around the time that there was. Does anyone else remember Lolita Tips from Tumblr? I hated that account. I hate them. I don't like them. Sorry, Lolita.
I feel like it was run by someone who was like kind of new. Yeah, I do remember that.
And she had a post about how sack dresses around the time Holy Lantern came out, which is like one of the first like super popular sack dresses. She had a post about how dresses like Holy Lantern, in a throwback to one of the secrets we went through earlier, dresses with Holy Lantern or dresses that are like sack dresses are not really Lolita. This cut is inherently otome, and that kind of like opened the floodgates of this like. Despite the fact that sack dresses have been a fucking thing since the earliest days of Lolita, like people really just were looking for any excuse to shit on them. And that and I appreciate how not everybody might like a sack dress.
It's not always the best for your body, and it's not always the best for your personal self. But as hating them all just because Lolita,
just let it go. Let it go.
But yeah, another thing about just, I think the secrets about
great if you have digestive problems.
Yeah, the thing about sack dresses and just these secrets about Lolita silhouettes as a whole is that we have to acknowledge that Lolita fashion is continuously changing in terms of its silhouette. And I think it was I think Rain Dragon might have posted a blog post about this, just like the different silhouettes through time that Lolita has had. And I think that has helped Lolita evolve as a fashion, and it's the reason why we've been able to have it stick around for as long as it has, because we have evolved as a fashion. And so I like back in the day we could only have like a an hourglass silhouette, like puffy skirt
dresses. And also, for the record, sorry, just because I have way too many old school sack dresses, and I feel very passionately about this. Like, sack dresses have,
I'm here for it,
100% been a thing like since the earliest days of the fashion. I'm actually wearing a sack dress from 2004 right now. Like, they've always been a thing. And I think
people just didn't like it when AP did it with prints.
Like it was particularly like the poly chiffon combined with the print, combined with the sack dress, where people were like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, but like, we accept these things as Lolita. We accept that trends happen and that we are able to grow as a fashion, and it's amazing. And I think that's what's great about the fashion.
Yeah,
that's all.
Love it.
Salopettes, a lot of secrets about these.
People still feel very strong. I feel like Salopettes like really are very divisive. Very curious to know in the chats what your thoughts on our Salopettes or Lolita.
People are like, is this Lolita? Which I feel like if you're not a Lolita, would you be wearing them?
Yeah, see, exactly. I feel like they're not like the style and the cut and the print, like all of that combined, like is not something that you would ever wear if you weren't Lolita.
Like if you were other J fashions like Fairy K or something, would you? I guess you could wear Salopettes for that, but I feel like Lolitas wear Salopettes as a casual thing. It's a Lolita thing.
I don't think Fairy K people would pay Lolita prices for a Salopette. And I also think
so.
Some of the Salopettes, like the chocolate rosette Salopette, for example, like that's a good example of one where like nobody Fairy K or other J fashion like would really wear it. It's a Lolita piece. It just doesn't have the cupcake shapes.
I think it's just casual Lolita.
Yeah. But I mean, then we see that some people don't think casual Lolita is Lolita. It's just otome.
Okay, here's more Salopette stuff. People don't like it. That's your opinion, bro.
And I think this was also kind of on the tail end of the OTT Sweet trend, where people were just like really over like the pastel prints anyways. So yeah.
I don't know. I was like a mainly gothic Lolita. I love y'all.
Sorry, I don't.
I love you, super sweet Lolitas.
So it's like French for like overalls, basically. In Lolita specifically, it tends to refer to a dress that's like overall top and then mini skirt bottom, usually in a Lolita print. I guess like that's like accurate, right?
Yeah. To Pie, no, what did she say? No gothic salads. Actually, I own a couple of Salopettes from Alice and the Pirates. Actually in the same Salopette in different. I own one that's a stripe and one that's a solid, and I wear them casually. Alice and the Pirates has done it. I like them.
They put the OG
I don't think it's. You can do it. It'd be cute if they had culottes. Yeah, like little shorts.
The milky. Why do I remember this? Like the Milky Rail Train ones, where it's like the little like pants and then the big clock pin on them.
Yeah. Oh god, that headdress from that release was so good. I specifically remember the headdress. That's all.
That release was frankly really good.
More more like different cuts. Secrets about cuts. T-length. This is a time period. Yeah, this is when during the OTT classic.
Oh, this is during like the rise of the painting dress trend and the rise of the underskirt thing, and like around the same time that OTT classic started to become a thing, people started to get more into T-length and like wearing underskirts with like literally every fucking thing.
Yeah. which I think specifically there was a fashion show or like a fashion contest where someone won the contest and they were wearing a T-length skirt and people were like, oh
Is
my
it
God,
Lolita?
that's Lolita. And then the T-length thing blew up. Everyone was wearing an underskirt for everything. And because it was longer, people would wear like a smaller petticoat and it became unfluffy.
Well, because I think for a while people were trying to figure out like where you could get long petticoats, and it was like there weren't really any shops that were making them for a hot second. So, but yeah, I can't show you wear T-length. Yeah, exactly. It has to
So
be
funny.
exactly. I can't get my leg up high enough.
What are you doing?
Dress has to be right here.
Oh my
no
God.
longer.
Sorry if you're a height that's not a good height for all the dresses.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
You're the worst.
But yeah, it was hard for a hot second until everybody found that one Malcolm Modes petticoat that works really well for like T-length. But then that was where there's no poof complaints were coming from, because that Malcolm Modes petticoat was not the cupcake. It was, it was like this shape, not this shape.
Yeah. Just so you guys know, the Black Ribbon does carry T-length petticoats. I love them. I stand them. They're real good. I don't know if she has them in stock right now, but hit her up if she does later on in life.
The two heights, too short and too tall. Let us know which one you are in the comments.
Aprons. I love aprons.
I love aprons, but people have some feelings about them.
Okay, I mean, I get that this one apron on the left-hand side is a weird shape.
The heart one or the triangle one?
The triangle.
Oh, I love the triangle.
I like it, but like not everyone wants that.
I love her. Be nice to her.
She did nothing wrong.
She didn't hurt nobody.
Yeah, she did nothing wrong. But like it's definitely a choice that you have made.
Yeah. So I don't know why and I think this is another, am I the only Lolita who hates aprons? Come on.
Aprons are great. First of all, they have pockets usually, so you can put the stuff that you want to hold in your pockets.
Okay, but that's what novelty bags are for.
You can't put things in novelty bags.
That's why I bought the life-size Usakumya, so I can fit my cell phone and my credit card in it all at once.
You could just buy an apron. That's all. Some people hated aprons. I don't know. I guess
they're wrong.
Fine.
Their
you
opinion's
can
wrong.
Do that. Animal ears. Simone and I were in a meet once where we were like testing out some. Oh, spoiler alert! We're doing some games for the tea party. We were testing out some games for the tea party, and one of the questions was like, have you ever worn animal ears for any kind of cord? And all of us older Lolitas got knocked out by this question. We were all we were. That's it. We could not participate anymore.
Aprons are another, like, somebody, I think Michelle mentioned like the apron or the animal ear debate is coming back, and I think that's right. Like, animal ears were so. It's another like Lolita generational divide. I think where those of us who came to Lolita around like the time of like, the early 2000s anime convention have just like such a strong negative association with them that we're instinctively like, no. But like
we've all worn them.
I have like 5 pairs. So
yeah. And also another thing to note about cording animal ears is I think they have to be corded in a way that's good. Like, it's not like they have to be brand. They don't have to be brand. They just have to match your cord. They have to like fit with the Lolita aesthetic, and you have to have like good hair
for the ears.
Yeah. Like you can't have like not styled hair.
You can't have your fresh from the bag wig with your little anime con cat ears with the big black headband. And like, does anybody else remember the like ones that had a sensor that would like read your brainwaves and like would move around randomly like based on your mood? Oh my God.
I hate that. Daydream Carnival. Shout out to your name. That was the first. I remember that. Do you remember that fucking bloodbath that happened? There was a good few secrets about Daydream Carnival and the bloodbath that ensued, because I remember going to a meet and people, that's like all they were talking about.
I know. Also, Dr. Papillon, don't be terrified about wearing cat ears. Just hit me up next time you're going to a meet, and I'll turn up wearing my cat ears too.
Yeah.
And that way, if anybody's mean to me,
I mean, I think I don't think realistic cat ears are bad. I think they just have to go with your hair, and if they're kind of like big ears, maybe just do big hair.
Yeah, it's just like as long as it goes with your coordinate, and as long as they're like nice and they don't have like crappy eBay plastic.
Yeah, it can't be like a limp hair, like thin headband, shitty ear situation. That's what we don't want. You just have to make sure the outfit's good.
The Neko Mimi, those were the ears I was thinking of.
Oh yeah. But in general, we're here for animal ears. We love them. How about wigs that come with ears have the same hair material that clip in? That's fine. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I could see that. I think that's like something I feel like you would probably want to like make sure it worked with your coordinate, but like I don't see any reason why like it would be inherently bad.
Yeah, if it goes with the wig, I don't see why it would be bad. Maybe like put like a head bow
like
together with
honestly,
it.
I feel like probably both of our opinion on like most Lolita things, like
do what you want.
Effort to like match it to your coordinate. Like who gives a shit? Like even if you do it badly, actually, who gives a shit? Like anybody who's going to say like, "Oh, you look ugly," is rude, and nobody else will like them. So that's fine.
Oh, some more animal ears stuff. Shout out to this cat.
I love this
cat. It's cute.
I love it.
That's all.
I also love this one where it's like bunny ears are aged.
Some of these secrets are so dramatic. This one says, no, no, no. That's a lot of opinion.
What about brand? Okay, antlers. So we're going to get... Are the antlers there?
I don't know. Are we going to talk about antlers? If we don't talk about antlers, we'll cover it at the end. I think we have the
beard trend in here, so we'll get to antlers
in a second.
Antlers. I have some feelings about some antlers. Hoodies with capes, I feel like even if you don't like them, like... Personally, that's not a thing that I wear, but you can't say they're not Lolita. Like brands have literally been making those since like the late
dawn of fucking time.
Like it's Lolita.
Head change. This was a very brief period in time.
Where everybody's paying like $100 to put a bunch of pearls on it.
I liked it. It was like everyone was like mermaids, and it was dope.
Yeah, actually, I kind of liked it because I felt like I liked the more toned down like hairstyles, and I felt like people got like a little more interesting in terms of like what they did with their hair. Like, it gave everyone something to do besides split wigs. So.
Oh, they did get hella stuck in your hair though. That's true.
Oh yeah, so this is also, I have to say, like, is it trying to visually admired, but I would never in my life do it because like I'd have to cut it out.
Yeah, if you wore it with your natural hair, it would be there in forever. Like you could never get it out. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
Wigs.
Yeah, and Manny, that is also valid. Like, I think some of them were a little...
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Like, there were a couple where it was like, okay, like, there's a pearl on your head. And then there were a couple, especially the ones that came out with the Scheherazade series where I was...
Yeah, there was that one print.
Baby, what are you doing?
True. Like, baby, but literally baby.
Yeah. I mean, okay, technically it was Alison Paris, but you know what I mean. But yeah, it was like... Yeah. There were some of them were like cute and inoffensive, and then others I was just like,
can you not?
That is not for me as a not Indian person to do. So, okay, so wigs.
Wig. There have been feelings on wigs.
Yeah.
Some people don't like the split, the mixed the mixed like cotton candy shades of wigs. That was a huge trend for a while.
Yeah, I think these are like two very specific wig trends. Like on the girl in like the reddish outfit, like she's got the split wig, and then the girls on the other side have like the pink and lavender mixed, and like those were the two really, like, for a long time I feel like wigs were kind of like, you didn't wear them, or if you did, you tried to get them as close to your natural hair as you could and didn't talk about it. And like then like these split wigs and the mixed color wigs started coming in, and there was definitely like a backlash because Lolitas are bitches. So
and then there was this like whole thing of like, oh, if you're not wearing a wig, then you're like not doing Lolita.
Oh my God, yeah, there's
you
so many,
suck. You're the worst.
2010 to 12 like guides of like, so a wig is an essential part of Lolita fashion, and if you're not wearing a wig, it's just otome.
The hair that you grew out of your fucking head is the worst. Fuck you. Recently I've been seeing kind of like the corkscrew like twin tails come back, and I'm here for that. I love those.
I know people have been like, I've been seeing people with the really old school like ringlet wigs, and I'm like, damn.
I want that. Is it from Maple or whatever?
Yeah, from Maple. When did the
those
wigs get super popular? That was like, I feel like they started to come into fashion around like 2010 probably, and they got like, super popular from like 2011 like 2014ish. They
came in with OTT Sweet with like the split wig, but also the twin tails trend, and since and
that's
they
like
kind of
the girl in the lavender wig is wearing.
Yeah,
and
like, they kind of stayed around for the OTT classic trend. And since then, I think we've been toning it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fawn. Oh, here we are. We're at fawn trend. Tell us your opinion on the fawn trend.
Okay, so I was right before this started, I was just telling Jessica I don't know why it is this specific trend, but it is like my pet peeve, where it was like every coordinate for like a year and a half had like flower crown, little antlers, little fawn nose, and then a fucking peignoir, and then like any print underneath.
People did the fawn dots and also the dark lip with the nose. And specifically, Forever 21 was selling a fawn, like a little bolero jacket, and it was actually pretty cute. And everyone had the fawn collar that they would put on over any given cord.
The fawn fur stuff I thought was extremely cute, but the fawn makeup, like, I think it was just because it was like this whole look of like, let me put like all of these trends into one thing without regard to whether they go with the print that I'm wearing. I was just like, but it's fine. Like, nobody cares what I think.
But this was huge for like a very short period of time.
Yeah. Like, that was all that was on Closeted Frills for a hot second.
I am still not on Closeted Frills because I don't hate myself.
It's fine.
Other accessories, veils.
And it was like the specific like hard tool bridal veil that you attached to the back of your little floral headdress with your antlers.
Perhaps with this flower crown on the right hand side.
I was going to say,
wear it with that.
I think right hand side is like 2014 trend bingo.
Oh my god.
And then we've got the classic Choco Mint fuzzy star clips.
Nothing wrong with that.
But they were just like very trendy.
They got shoehorned into a lot of Sweet Lolita cords.
Yeah. I think a lot of like the backlash with a lot of these trends was just like people were tossing them into any cords. Like it was like the checklist of like, okay, petticoat, check. Blouse, check. JSK, check. Fawn antlers,
fuzzy
check.
stars.
Fuzzy stars, check.
And I specifically have seen drama about like someone would be like, oh, this one person won't stop wearing stars. Fuck them. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Wear what you want. It's fine.
But yeah, I mean, I still have a couple Choco Mint stars. I still pop them on from time to time. They're cute.
Yeah,
I don't like the fuzzy ones though, because they got, and this is not because they're not cute. It's just because they're always pastel and they get dirty and then they look gross.
Goth stars when? Goth stars. Oh, okay, good. We're at the end. What time is it? Did we only spend like an hour doing this?
Oh,
we can take questions after this.
We've got time. Well, we also have the extra slides at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, good.
But this one's long. These are a lot.
Shout out to Lina or Lily. If you'd like to make a fuzzy star, we're here for fuzzy stars. Join her panel. Watch it. We love her. Okay, actually funny. These are the things I thought we should like end on a good note on because these are really funny.
Okay. So the first one is just they just cropped it funny.
It's so good.
I don't know what it would look like.
The one on the right, please save me from the suffering of the fucking trapped bear. Bear trap. So good.
And also, okay, I have to, before we get any further in this one, I have to talk about my favorite actually funny secret that I have tried desperately to find. And I literally, every time I think about it, I laugh so hard I cry. And it was a secret about the use of the term burando. And it had like a little Christopher Columbus in the bottom. And the secret is, every time I hear somebody use the term burando, I think of Sir Burando on his way to a distant land to discover a new brand.
Burando.
Marlon Brando. And there was also, remember the My Brand meme? Did you put that one?
Oh yeah, the one where it's like, the My Brand. That one gets posted a lot. Oh. There was a lot of JoJo. Just in general, there's a lot of JoJo. Someone called it. Someone called.
This spoiling our secret.
This picture is so
good. So bloomers do go over tights.
Yeah, or choose one. Choose one of those things. Don't do both.
No, it's bloomers over tights. Like sometimes you're in a hurry.
I
guess. Spoiler, I actually don't own any bloomers.
I do, but do I ever wear them? Oh God, there's the things that live rent-free in my head. That one Deerstalkers quote where they're like, she bent over and she wasn't even wearing a bloomers. And she wasn't even wearing a blouse.
Simone did say ass out, yes.
Ass out. Titties out.
Titties out.
Okay. The socks, just relatable, fucking relatable content. That's us all the time. Everyone.
Got it. Just trying to reveal your knees to everybody like you're some kind of slut.
Whose socks stay up?
The smart people who have sock glue.
Yeah, in my fucking 8 years of being a Lolita, have never bought sock glue.
I do actually. So I think Becky mentioned this. I do actually use garter belts sometimes for some of my OTKs, but that's like usually where like the garter belt is a part of the look. Like I don't use it to keep my socks up. It's an aesthetic thing.
Yeah. I flex my gams to keep them on. Well, Pi, you did
don't have buff gams.
She just did make a panel about like how buff she is, and she's able to pose real good.
Yeah.
By flexing her glutes. So that doesn't surprise me.
I have like a little noodle gam.
Look at the gams on her.
Oh
look at
no.
Them gams. Oh, ribbon socks. Yeah.
That's true. Do the ribbons help stay up? I'm curious.
I mean, I guess. I don't own them because I'm a bad gothic Lolita.
Oh, I was asking, have I tried? They look like sausages. Same. Okay,
do you want the Kronk quote or should I do the Kronk quote?
You've got to do the Kronk quote.
Okay, you do berries and cream.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, the chocolate print made by Angelic Pretty, the one and only chocolate print made by Angelic Pretty, the Angelic Pretty chocolate print. Which shout out to what's the most recent one that people were watching like yesterday? Melty.
Oh, Melty.
I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Melty
I don't know anything about Angelic Pretty. So, but yeah, I've seen it. We're still doing that. We're still chocolate printing.
This was like around a time. This meme is. I hate that I remember this secret, but it was like from the time where AP had put out like a bunch of chocolate prints, like right one after another, and it was like a big fucking thing for like a year and a half. So, and then the one on the big one that's kind of on the side on its own is an specific reference to a short-lived line of Starburst candies where like the commercial was like this little dude ran up on people and he was like, berries and cream. I'm a little lord who loves berries and cream.
Oh my, only 90s kids remember.
only people who are like, that was like 2015. That was not that long.
I know. But if you're our age.
Yeah. So there is an amazing YouTube that does teach you the dance. I would suggest learning the dance because it's basically just like boop, boop. It's excellent. And so this I appreciate. And then the last one with the sleeve, was it 2005?
I have no idea. No. It was later than that. It was way later than that.
My earlier statement that time is a flat circle, and I can't tell time even in the best.
It was in the 2010s. It was like not that long ago.
Well, I also told somebody that Hawase doll came out like 5 years ago. So like,
there's no way. It was not 2007. No.
You know what? I'm gonna ask Google. And
are we talking about berries and cream? Or are we talking about the sleeves? Berries and cream might have been 2007.
Berries and cream.
Sleeves was like not that far away.
It's like 2013 or 14.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, background for that is from a Lucky Pack that Bodyline was doing Lucky Packs. One person got 17 sleeves or something.
Yeah, but no, it's not only 17 sleeves. So this one person got 17 sleeves. 3 of them were left sleeves, and 14 of them were, or 3 of them were right sleeves, and 14 of them were left sleeves.
For all of your arms.
And
oh my gosh,
God, the sleeves. Those Lucky Packs were bad though. Like the thing that I got out of my Bodyline Lucky Pack, the only thing that I could do with it was wear it to a meet where we all pretended to be Idas, and then
do you want to talk about meeting Mr. Yan?
Yeah, I could talk about that. So once I met Mr. Yan, it was weird. He came to Sacramento, and he like was very like it was like obviously Mr. Yan's international wife hunt. And he was like aggressively like talking to a lot of like young blonde underage members of our community, and it was just kind of like.
And he told you some stuff too, like how to be like a better believer.
Oh yeah. Right? Oh, I forgot about that. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. So my Mr. Yan experience personally was he walked up to me, and I was wearing Holy Lantern, and this was like right after Holy Lantern came out. So like everybody knew what it was, and Mr. Yan like walks up to me, and he's like, "Oh, what are you wearing? Is that Lolita?" And then he's like, "So your face is a little bit fat. You know, I think you'd look really cute in photos if you just pose right, so your face doesn't look so fat in pictures." And I'm like, my face isn't fat, but okay. And I'm like, okay, so what would you suggest? He's like, well, if you go like this, you know, then maybe you'll look a little bit cuter. And so there's like a series of pictures of me on the internet of like me and Mr. Yan, like him saying my face is fat and me being like, huh? And then he's like, you know, okay, you pose like this. And I'm like, and then like, huh? And then like me just like him smiling and me just looking at the camera like.
Yeah. Okay. And some more hot tea.
Yeah.
Do y'all want to know about the Mr. Yan body pillow? Let's talk about it.
Well, I was going to say, do we have to talk about the Mr. Yan trapping a woman in the factory first before we talk about the body pillow?
Oh my God, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay,
say something about that?
We have to talk about the two background pieces of Mr. Yan drama are 3. He hosted for 3 consecutive years a Bodyline model contest. The first year was a woman from Mexico named Nadia. You may have heard of her because of the Love Nadia print. He aggressively hit on her and asked her to marry him the entire time that he was there. The next year, there was like another model who won. She came over to Japan, and then the deal of the model contest is like they would fly you there and back. They didn't pay for her flight home, so she had to like get people to give her money so that she could finally like escape from the factory, basically, where they had like holed her up to do like model and design stuff. And then the third piece of Mr. Yan model drama is with I think this is probably the part that people know is like the Venus Angelic part,
yeah.
Where he like called her, like he was very creepy to her, and then after she made a post calling him out, he was like, oh well, she was fat and stinky, and she ripped all the seams on her clothes, and now they smell bad.
Yeah.
And he was also 15. Like it was So anyways, I don't buy it from Bodyline.
Yeah, it's not because of the clothes, it's because they're a bad
Yeah, and people keep saying that like, oh, Mr. Yan is like not with the company anymore, but just so everybody is aware, they have been recently promoting, like within the last couple of weeks, a new Mr. Yan birthday sale.
I don't think the model had his baby. There was a model who had a baby, but I don't think it was his.
That was not his baby.
It was not his baby.
Separate.
She just had one.
She had a baby shortly after.
Was that Nadia? That might have been Nadia.
No, that wasn't Nadia. That was Yoshiko.
Okay. Yeah.
Different
one.
Oh, yes,
yes.
She had a baby shortly after. So what happened to him? Bodyline publicly said that he was fired, but like I said, they have recently been promoting a new sale of the Mr. Yan birthday sale. So it's kind of like, did you really fire? Like, even if they haven't fired him, they're still using him to promote their product, and that makes me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What was I going to say about
the baby was not immaculately conceived. She had it with the boyfriend after.
Yeah, the baby is not. The baby is separate from Mr. Lolita Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. Some hot fucking tea on the Mr. Yan body pillow. So there had been like talks. There was like jokes about making the Mr. Yan body pillow. Everyone was posting about it. So they decided to make it a reality. And while Mr. Yan was going on these tours throughout like different places, he was hitting up like different places in the US, and he was also hitting up, I think, like he went to like Australia.
He went to Australia, he went to Brazil, he went to, I think, Chile maybe, and I think maybe Mexico City too.
Yeah. So I personally know that there was a Lolita in our community who she had like a in San Francisco. She had a big fancy camera. She went to this meetup. She had it with her at the meetup. They saw that she had this camera, and they were like, "Oh, you've got like a fancy camera. Can you take some pictures of Mr. Yan, like right now, outside of the Angelic Pretty store?" And so right out there, which, by the way, for people who have not visited the Angelic Pretty store in San Francisco, it's not like nice out there. It's in the middle of like downtown San Francisco, next to the check cashing place.
It's like right on the edge of the Tenderloin, which is
like concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it's not nice. It's not their fault. It's just not nice. And shout out to the shop girls. They have to deal with a lot of shit. But like just outside, she was taking pictures of Mr. Yan, like him, like, you know, like acting like he was sleeping, just against like a concrete wall. And then they're like, "Oh, you got these pictures of Mr. Yan for this body pillow. We're going to take all these images from you. You can't have these images. We're not going to credit you. And we're going to take these images and release them on our body pillow without crediting you or like paying you anything of any sort." And so like they took her images, and that's where they got the images for the Mr. Yan body pillow. There was another one that was Australia. I believe the other side was Australia, where he's like jumping in the ocean. And I assume the same thing happened.
Yeah. I mean, Bodyline has a lot of like shady, because like their original foray into Lolita, like for a very long time, like Bodyline was regarded as being like, they were like a cheap cosplay store. Like they were not Lolita.
Like a sex store.
They were never regarded as a place where you could get like legitimate Lolita items. And it wasn't until they had like a Lolita design contest around like 2007 or 2008, which is basically like they had people submit designs, and then they like used all those designs to make items without really giving people like credit or any compensation for them whatsoever.
Shout out to that one.
They did start out as a sexy lingerie store.
Yeah. There was a Japanese print that was submitted to this contest that was a pun about clitorises, I believe.
I was just about to get to this. So the Bodyline's first foray into making legitimate Lolita items was through this contest. But a bunch of Japanese Lolitas trolled the contest by making just the most ridiculous batshit Ida designs they could possibly come up with. And then everybody voted for those designs so that Bodyline actually had to make them. And so it was like, the one that I have is like a sheer like ass length cat made dress. But the most popular one is kuritorisu, which if you say it faster, you know, kuritorisu. And it's like a kind of traditional like
It's
Old-
chipmunks, right?
It's
Or,
yeah.
oh, okay. So kelp. Thank you so much. Chestnuts and
chestnuts
squirrels.
and squirrels. So it's like the print itself is like a solid old school OP with a heart apron,
Like,
and then on
it's
the
really
hem
cute.
of
It's
the
got
heart
illustrations.
apron, it's like little squirrels holding
with like
little
but it looks like
chestnuts
it's
and little mushrooms.
fucking a chestnut.
Chestnuts are shaped like, and mushrooms are shaped like dicks.
Yeah,
and the squirrels are holding them towards each other's
banging.
asses.
Yeah,
it's
but
great.
Like from afar, it looks like a cute like forest print.
Yeah, it's like that line in Baby Got Back, like, I'm just a squirrel trying to get this nuts, move your butt.
Okay.
Anyways.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is our last image from Behind the Bows. This is it.
I should have left all the other stuff. God damn it. Okay.
Mana banana.
This is just funny.
This just made me laugh. I love it. Mana banana. So yeah, thank you for enjoying our salt.
So do you have any salty questions?
Yeah, who has questions for us?
I hope everybody immediately stops talking.
More chocolate memes. I don't know. Do we have chocolate memes? Can we talk? Can y'all send me the mana banana? We'll post it in the Discord.
Yeah. So we'll post a link to like the slideshow and stuff on the
favorite Behind the Bows secret. I don't know. Maybe the tree one.
For me, I think it's a toss up between like the Sir Barando one, and then there was like, because this is going to require like a little backstory. There's like this one secret where somebody posted, like, I'm not going to get into like the full extent of what it was, but it was like basically like this secret about like how Black people shouldn't wear Lolita. And then the next week, like everybody came out with like, Black Lolitas are the only Lolitas that I will accept. Black Lolitas are the coolest people, and I love Black Lolitas. And that was my favorite week of secrets.
Yeah.
That was A+.
Yeah, we're here for it.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. The Scheherazade print, I don't, as somebody who is like not of Middle Eastern or Indian descent, I don't want to like, speak for that community, but just like I was just speaking with respect to the head chains and the accessories for that series. Like maybe it did some really kind of uncomfortable fetishizing.
Like the print itself from an aesthetic point of view,
it's like whatever,
it's
but
fine. It's fine. But like if you
styling
take it,
was very appropriate.
In context, like is it should we have like thought more about it? Maybe.
Yeah. So has anyone ever been a tree? We're all trees.
I have. I've been a tree. Tree does unite.
I am a tree in my heart.
Lilies at heart.
There were no rocking horseshoes fails. I think, that was. We have a couple things that got cut that we'll bring. We'll bring
next
back next time. But yeah, we'll definitely next time. Oh, did it not come with?
Sophie. Yeah, Sophie had a hold on. A snot dot. A lot of people just like posted stupid typos, which like I guess you can do that. But yeah, people posted typos and they got like secrets made about it, which is
stupid and rude.
Fine.
Who does that?
Snot dot's funny though. It was specifically a mint green dress. So like snot dot written about it is funny.
Yeah, I do. I honestly, I feel like the snot dot series could be kind of cute, and I kind of want it. So
wait, like snot dot as like a concept?
Yeah,
melty snot.
Okay, but what I'm imagining is snot dot is like a black dress with like lime green like dots on it, and then like a lime green like drippy hem or something. Like
I don't know if I'm here for that.
Okay, well, I'm here for it.
Okay. Remember when maxi pad headdresses was an insult? Yes, that came along with the I hate old school movement.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I was actually thinking about the maxi pad headdresses as an insult. Like, I bought a bunch of new boxes from IKEA the other day, and I have one just for my rectangle headdresses, and I was about to write rectangle, and then I specifically said, no, maxi pad headdresses.
If radioactive cupcake can be a thing, so can radioactive booger dress. Yeah, Yeah, actually, you know what? I don't hate radioactive cupcake. Maybe because I'm
So
not a
you
sweet
wouldn't hate,
Lolita, but I don't see why it's offensive.
you wouldn't hate radioactive booger either.
It's fine. Wear what you want.
Well, I will. Thank you.
Yeah. So primarily I'm going to be titties out, ass out from now on. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I feel like my wardrobe for 2021 is going to be maxi pad, titty, ass. How about you guys? Titty City Committee. That's us.
Oh yeah. Also, like on another note, in terms of like cleavage, there were a lot of secrets that were like, I can't believe this person had cleavage.
Yeah, like we mentioned at the beginning, a lot of the secrets were they haven't aged well. A lot of body shaming, and especially around people who had bigger, like a lot of boob loaf type secrets.
Sorry for having tits.
Yeah, so I got a body. What's our favorite fan name for dresses?
Oh, obviously, someone mentioned it before, but the Jet J cock pussy bitch ass.
I've
The one with
never
the rooster.
heard.
The rooster.
No, I know the
rooster.
print, but I've never heard that name.
How have you not heard that one?
I don't know, but wow, I already wanted
It's the
that.
rooster with the cat and the dog and the donkey.
I know the print. That's the only J at J painting.
Can we show that? Hold on. Let me.
I think it's on.
I don't know the name of it.
It's on the classic side that you had. It's Bremen Town.
Yeah.
I hate that I know it, but it is. My favorite fan name is a toss-up between longest name.
Which, yeah.
OGs will know. I don't know the name for it. I think it's like
the world's cutest pup and the most delicious frappuccino.
No, it's like the world's cutest puppy and the most delicious frappuccino, but there's also like something else in there. I don't remember. There's that one, and then there's also the other one that I don't know the name.
Just squiggles.
Do you know the Brantor print?
The Brantor print. Oh, is it the baby one that's just the stripes? I love that one. That one's really good.
What's the name? Who knows? It's just the Brantor print.
It's just the Brantor print. Yeah. Does it have another name?
Yeah. I don't know. It's the Brantor print. That's what it is. So.
And they had like the ribbons that were also like in that like print as well. And that was cute.
Yeah, that one was really cute. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions?
Any other questions about salt, life in general, titties?
Yeah. Tell us how you're all doing. How was everyone's first day of Sea of Serenity?
Flying is excellent.
Hold on. Wait, I'll be back.
Oh God, how do we get this cool? Okay, well, first of all, we're not cool, so thanks for trying. Talk about meta prints. Okay. Actually, okay, my hot take is that the only meta print I really liked enough to buy is Antique Bouquet, which I'm wearing right now. I mostly like their non-prints. Is there a notable casual Lolita salt? I feel like there was just a lot of casual Lolita salt in general. People just really don't like casual and they think it sucks. It's weird. And there's just so much salt about that.
What? Y'all.
Oh my God. You're flying fuck.
Yes.
Meta's dick socks are great. Okay, actually I lied. You know, my favorite meta print is the telephone screen print from 2006, but very specifically the blue denim with the red and white colorway. But otherwise, my next favorite meta is Hospitality Doll, and then all of its spinoffs.
Is this Teddy Motors Erasure?
No, okay.
Teddy Motors? Oh,
Teddy
like
Motors,
the jumpsuits?
But it's not a print. Okay, that's a non-print.
Okay, fine. But we love Teddy Motors.
This is a Teddy. In this household, we stand Teddy Motors.
Yeah.
So, yeah. How much did you pay for it, for the cut sew?
Oh, so about the cut sew, I bought that on Alice for Rumoon. I don't think I paid a lot for it, but it's gone for more than 100. I've bought it.
Oh, Rabbit Chan is excellent. D-Walker.
How many times have I bought it? I bought it for Sophie, who's in the chat. And I bought it for Ian. So I bought it.
Yeah.
I actually found Flying Fuck 3 times.
Nice. You've had 3 Flying Fucks.
We don't stand D Walker because that shit's Nazi.
Yeah, it makes me very uncomfortable that Meta has not only did they do that series and then people are like, yo, this is bad, and they pulled it, but then they did another whole set of items themed off of, and the second set was all named off of like pieces from Wagner operas, and Wagner was notoriously like a Nazi propagandist. So
yeah, there's a lot of things in terms of like Japanese culture that they're like cool with Nazis, and I don't.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. And also, somebody mentioned Pankuma. Pankuma is like fine, but honestly, it's the inferior Metacamo print. They did a better one in like 2004.
Oh, and that's a spicy take.
Okay, but the 2004 one, so hear me out. The 2004 had like the dumbest pieces where there was like a heart apron and a skirt with crochet lace in pink and gray camo. And then the OP/JSK is this dress that like fucking zips up the front, and then it has a circle skirt front and a pleated back, and then it has little cap sleeves that like button on and off. It's weird. It's dumb.
What are our thoughts on Maximum? We love them.
I love them, and I love that they're one of the and I really like that they're one of the few brands that I think is really like they try to be very size inclusive.
Yeah, they're the first ones, I want to say. Like, at least the ones that we know of.
I think Meta
in the West.
like kind of was tried to do like the size inclusive thing before Man introduced
Meta was the first brand that shipped overseas, so shout out to that.
Oh no, I mean Meta I think tried to do like they tried to go hard on like the full sharing and increasing the sizes before before Man introduced their larger size line. But I really like them, and I like the fact that they try to be size inclusive, and I also like their designs are like whack, but like in the best and most charming and cutest way. I love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they did have a specific like line for like plus size. Yeah.
They still do, yeah. So yeah, it's not like I think as Chaxley said, it's not like bigger bust, but like LOL your shoulders, like they actually get the proportions right too. Like which I think
speaking of old Meta, do we remember Go Meta or Go Lolita Chan? But that was like a thing. Yeah. That was, what was that? Just a tagline?
No, so Go Lolita Chan was like Meta had this feature on their website for like a long ass time where it was like you could send in your pictures of like yourself wearing Meta, and they would like post it with like a cute caption about like what you were wearing and how cute they thought you looked. It was the cutest fucking thing.
On a scale of 1 to 5.
Google like Metamorphose Go Lolita Chan, you can still find the page. It is so cute.
Yeah.
Like
actually Jet J used to do that too. I've sent my photo to them, and they will feature you. I don't know if this is still the case, but they'll like feature you on their blog, and they'll be like, this person wore this thing of ours. Thanks. It's nice. Cute. It's really lovely.
It would Putumayo be Ida? I don't know. I mean, I think I'm a bad person to speak on this. Like, as we all know, I'm basically going to cosplay Ida-chan, so it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like some of their stuff is really fun and good. I have one particular dress of theirs that I really love. It's like the cat circus print, and it has like this overlay of like vertical stripes. One other print that was really popular from them was Cat's Window.
Oh yeah,
Cat's Window, which they've released in multiple cuts.
Well, and I think that one was really popular too because the JSK was like fully shirred, and so and a little bit like it was not ass length like many of their pieces, so it was like actually wearable for a lot of people. So yeah, it is Putumayo. I think, especially in Japanese communities, it seems to have a reputation as being a little bit like for high schoolers. Like
yeah, I mean their quality isn't. You know,
I mean, it's fine. Honestly, like it's fine. It's not bad. It like
some of their pieces are wearable with Lolita. The other stuff looks a little bit costumey, but choose it at your own discretion.
I mean, I think it's like with any brand. Like I like AP, but there are a lot of things from AP that I wouldn't wear, and like with Puto, it's the same way. Like there's stuff I like a lot of their stuff, but there's some stuff I wouldn't wear, and that's fine. So
yeah.
And the sizing, I think, is a lot more forgiving. Especially if you are like short and busty, because their pieces are shorter in length, but very
like the one Putumayo thing I have, I really love.
I have a lot of their tops, and they're so nice.
Yeah.
And you can just fucking throw it in the washer.
Yeah. Not that I do that to begin with.
Yeah. I actually don't use my washing machine for Lolita. I hand wash it.
I throw everything in the water. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, also, yeah, you're right. Shout out to Casual Goth, because you can't be like, some people wear full Lolita all the time, but do you have to be a Lolita? No.
Yeah. Some people wear full Lolita all the time, and some of us just wear our one leopard print Algonquins one piece all the time, and it's fine. It's fine either way. Both are valid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm talking. Some of us are me. I'm talking about me.
Yeah. Just in general, wash your clothes. That's it. Wash your clothes.
Literally begging you, please.
Just don't not wash your clothes.
Like,
find some way to do it.
Put it in the washer, or like my usual like method, because I have like a shitty old washer, is like, put it in the bathtub with some detergent and then I rinse it out. Like, it's fine. It takes 30 minutes. No biggie. Yeah, moitié is really, frankly.
And wash yourself, yeah.
Wash yourself.
Wash a glitter print. I don't know. I only have glitter print socks, which I just throw in the wash. Do you know anything about washing glitter prints?
So I hand wash them, like just generally, like I'll fill up the bathtub with water, put in like some Woolite or another gentle detergent, toss the print in, like gently agitate it. If there's like some areas like I sweat a lot, I'll like kind of gently kind of rub a little detergent in with my fingers and then swirl it around and then rinse it out, and that's it.
Yeah.
Later.
Just so you guys know, you can totally wash Velveteen. You can throw that shit in the wash.
You just have to be careful. Don't put it in the dryer, please. Literally begging you, please.
But
and also,
you can wash it.
And don't use too much detergent. That's the reason it gets funky is if you use too much soap and it.
Yeah, but you can't, like, if you're worried about it, wash it in just like the regular, like, just wash it in your sink, wash it in your bath. But you can wash Velveteen. Velveteen is not the same thing as silk velvet, you guys. Okay. In terms of, you cannot iron velvet, but you can there's like these things that you can buy that are
you can just get steam it. That's fine.
Yeah, you can steam it. You can put a towel over it and like kind of take an iron and use the steam function to kind of make everything be new again. Yeah.
Okay, so
velvet board. That's what it's called.
Get a velvet board. Or if you're a cheap bitch like me, you can just use a very textured towel and a gentle hand with your steam iron.
Yeah. Those work. Yes. But Velveteen, it's not the same thing as fucking velvet. Velveteen is washable. You can remember the red dress. I don't wear color though, so I'm not an expert in that. But
which red dress have I was like, have you ever worn red?
I don't know. Soph, did you have a red? Soph did a tutorial on like washing.
Board. Do you remember the ironing board?
Wait, is it that dress that was it the thing on CGL where
where the girl's mom,
like stepmother or something, like took the dress and made it into a kawaii ironing board cover?
An ironing board cover, and it was like a baby one piece, and it was like a
okay. That person was very chill about the whole thing.
I know. They thought it was funny. I was like,
they were like,
killed my stepmom.
Yeah. But the pictures were cute. It was a very kawaii ironing board.
Yeah, it was like one of the all over prints. I think it was the one that has like flowers and berries on it. But yeah, I do not think the stepmom bought her a new dress because the stepmom did not understand the gravity of what she did.
Yeah, I think that's another thing. Is like family, like they don't understand like how much dedication people like put in and
reimburse them. I hope they did.
Oh, it was on Facebook. Okay, shout out to that.
Shout out to that stepmom.
Yeah,
I think I'm with you, though, Jessica. Like, where my parents were one time, my dad spilled coffee on like a pair of my like brand new baby socks, and he was like, "Oh, why are you upset? They're socks. How much could they cost? $5?" And I was like, and that was like back when you still had to order. Baby. This was like when you still had to order baby like overseas from Japan, and I
you just had to give your money to a stranger and hope it showed up someday.
It was a mess.
Okay. Well, it looks like we're past our time for our panel. I'm full of wine.
I had too much mead. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go. But
Yeah,
thanks,
I'm past my brain time too.
Yeah. Thanks for coming to the last panel in this day of Serenity. Please tune in to tomorrow's panels. We're all very excited about it. Don't forget to Don't forget to fill out feedback for all of the panels. We'd really appreciate
if you guys
that.
like our panel or didn't like it, let us
tell
know.
us if you hated it.
Please, we're literally begging you.
And we'll fight you in the parking lot.
Well, no, then I would. Okay, so Jessica will fight you in the parking lot. I will try to make a better panel for you next time because I care and he doesn't. And otherwise, be sure to tune in tomorrow. If you would like to see, if you'd like to get some hands-on experience with old friends,
that's it. Live stream fighting.
Oh no, I was trying to plug tomorrow's panels.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, plug them.
So if you would like to get in on some old trends, Lena will be hosting a a craft along with the Fuzzy Stars.
Yeah.
If you want to
doing an old school.
I was going to say, if you want to hear me talk some more, I'm going to be doing a panel about old school tomorrow. And if you want some more humor tomorrow, would strongly recommend Manny and Pie's panel about ugly new releases tomorrow.
Ugly. Just kidding. They're probably nice.
They're probably nice, but it's okay. Salty Stories 2, reviews about this panel. Wait for it next time.
Okay. Bye, y'all. See you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.